We didn't think it was possible, but we went on an MSC ship we would probably not get on again. After doing a transatlantic crossing, MSC Divina is now sailing out of Miami. We were on the first sailing out of Miami in early November, and we have so much to share with you if you plan to get on this ship. Boarding in MSC's newest terminal is always so simple and very fast. Once you get in line, you scan your passport, look at the camera, and get a boarding card number. We were boarding group 12, but it wasn't long before they called our number. We walked in at 11:08 a.m. and by 11:22 we were boarding the ship. After a short walk down the gangway, we were finally on board the MSC Divina. We immediately went to our muster station and checked in so we could get our cruise started. Oddly enough, I did end up receiving a letter in our stateroom later that night saying that I never checked in. This sailing was a little different than most because we had a welcome aboard party instead of a sail away party. We actually didn't leave the dock until 7:40 p.m., and as much as this sucked to leave late at night, we got to see the newest celebrity ship, Celebrity XL, pulling into Port of Miami for the first time. Starting this ship tour, we are dropping down to Deck 5 midship, where you'll find the Divina reception and guest service desk. Despite having two sides, one was always closed, making the line so long that you didn't want to stand in it. Port side, you have the Cyber Cafe, and starboard side is Divina Bar. We found ourselves hanging out here a lot because there was always open seating and fast service. In between Divina Bar and Cyber Cafe, you have the atrium. This atrium spans 3 levels and there is always activities happening here. Something to keep in mind is that this atrium is small, so if there is any type of party going on, getting from one side to the other can be complicated. Aft on Deck 5 is the bottom level to the Black Crab, which is one of the main dining rooms on board. We only ate here for lunch and the food was about a 6.5 out of 10. Up on Deck 6 forward is the lower level to the Pantheon Theater, but we'll show you that up on Deck 7. Just behind the theater is the casino. This is one of the smaller casinos we have been in, but still offers just about everything you could want to play. The staircase in the casino also leads to and from La Luna Piano Bar on Deck 7. Starboard side aft of the casino is one of the 2 arcades on board. This one being midship on Deck 6 and the other one being on Deck 16. Midship is Piazza del Doge. Here, there's a gelato bar, a coffee bar, and a small pastry bar. Something to note is that the gelato is an extra charge, but all of the pastries are complimentary. All around this area, there are also multiple shops you can visit to spend a little extra money. In this area, there is also a cigar lounge. You can either bring your own cigars or purchase one from here. We were here just about every night because the atmosphere and staff were beyond incredible. We wanted to give a quick shout out to Sarab and Carlos. They went above and beyond for us every time we were here. If you sail on Divina, make sure you stop by the cigar lounge and visit them. Jumping over to port side is the excursions desk where you can modify, cancel, or book any excursions. Starboard side is Silver Lounge. This bar was only open later in the afternoon and mostly used as a meeting area for excursions. Just behind this venue, not indicated on any map, is Future Cruise. At Future Cruise, you can do exactly what we did while on board and plan your next vacation with MSC and get a great deal. Aft on Deck 6 is the second level to the Black Crab, and behind that is Villa Rosa, which is the second main dining room on board Divina. Our experience here was honestly really bad. To start, the line to get in was long, but once it finally opened, it moved very quickly. Once we sat down, it took about 20 minutes before anyone even came to our table to get us a drink. Long after that, it took another 45 minutes for us to even order our food. About an hour and a half into dinner, we finally got our main dish. We were trying to see a show that started at 9:30 and ended up only catching the very end of it because dinner here took so long. This is the first sailing after a crossing from the Mediterranean, so we just assumed that the staff was still adjusting. Up on Deck 7 forward is the top level to the Pantheon Theater. We did only get to experience one full show here because our dinner mishap, and the show was really good. All the performers were really talented, and you could tell they enjoyed what they do. All around Deck 7, you do have the promenade deck that you can walk around. Just behind the Pantheon Theater is La Luna Piano Bar. This venue runs from port to starboard side, making it a really large place with lots of seating. We actually spent most of the hot days inside here when we wanted to cool off. Here you can also find a live pianist. On port side is the sports bar. In the sports bar, you can enjoy all of your favorite sporting games and have a friendly bowling competition. Starboard side is the Golden Jazz Bar. This lounge is so brightly colored that you could never be in a bad mood here. Here they also host the majority of the dance classes on board. Deck 7 midship is Cafe Italia. You can get coffee at any bar on board MSC, but this bar had some different specialty coffees. Right next to that, on starboard side, is the MSC logo shop. Here you can purchase MSC merchandise to bring home with you or gift to family and friends. Aft on Deck 7 is La Cantina de Baco. This venue was a really cool place to come because you could purchase an entire pizza. From $7.50 to $11.50, you can enjoy an entire pizza with friends and family or by yourself if you'd rather. Back over on port side is the steakhouse on board known as Butcher's Cut. Starboard side is the photo shop where you can purchase any photos you've taken while on board. All the way aft on Deck 7 is the Black and White Lounge. This is a multi-use venue that seats 295 passengers, but somehow was always packed. This is also a cocktail bar, so be sure to see a bartender to get a specialty crafted drink. Going up, decks 8 through 13 are all staterooms, so come with us to tour Deck 10, room 213. We stayed in a 169 square foot junior interior cabin. Immediately to your left when you enter, you'll see your master switch and where you need to insert your cruise card. Next to those are the temperature controls and the bathroom light switch. This stateroom does have a standard size bathroom, and thankfully MSC has shower doors instead of shower curtains. On the opposite side of the bathroom, you have your closet, which is where you'll find your life jackets and tons of storage space. You have 6 drawers, multiple hangers, and so much room that you can fit 3 luggage here. Speaking of luggage, we would like to take a minute to thank this video's product sponsor, Tatched Luggage. Tatched Luggage has made travel a breeze. These are attachable by Velcro panels seen here, and you can link up to 9 of them together. We tend to travel with lots of camera equipment, giveaway items, as well as all of our clothes and shoes, so regular luggage just won't do it for us. This product makes maneuvering through tight hallways and crowded areas so simple. Going from tile to carpet and over the threshold for the doors, this luggage is made beautifully. If you'd like to get yourself a set, then visit tatchluggage.com and use code SOFLOWTRAVEL to save money off your entire purchase. Back to the room tour. Right next to the closet, you have a small vanity area. At the very back of the room, you have your bed, 2 nightstands, and 2 more master switches for the lights. Across from the bed is a mini bar, which is an extra charge. We did want to give a shout out to our room attendant, August. He was the best room attendant we've ever had on a cruise. Every morning, we left our room for breakfast, and within 20 minutes, our stateroom had already been turned over and cleaned. He also consistently checked on us to see if we needed anything. His service and care really stood out. If you have August as a room attendant, consider yourself lucky because he genuinely loves his job. Jumping all the way up to deck 14 forward to the MSC Divina Spa. Here you can find an array of services and treatment rooms, as well as a thermal area and a gym. Just behind the spa is Le Serene. This is a covered pool area that has 2 hot tubs, some game tables upstairs, and a spacious pool. Here you can also find a bar and a pool shop. Midship on deck 14 is the main pool deck, also known as the Aqua Park. This pool deck was always so full of passengers. Being that the ship can accommodate up to 4,345 passengers, when it's a good pool day, it'll be hard to find a seat. This area is also where the white party happens. On the pool deck, there are also 2 bars, Poseidon and Triton. Headed aft on 14 is the buffet. They did separate it into 2, but they do serve the same things. They have lots of options, but the flow of the buffet itself isn't the best. This buffet actually felt like it was too small to accommodate the amount of passengers on board. During every mealtime, the lines were so long, especially in the morning. Every morning, the line to get breakfast was insane. If you wanted any of the American traditional breakfast items, you would have to wait at least 15 minutes to get it. The only thing that made up for the long lines in the buffet is the MSC pizza throughout the day. If you don't know, MSC has the best pizza at sea, and we will stand by this statement until proven otherwise. Moving up, deck 15 is yacht club access only, and if you want to see what our yacht club experience was like on another ship, click the video linked at the end of this one. Midship on 15, there are children's areas, and all the way aft is the yacht club restaurant and the garden pool and bar. The garden pool and bar is an adults only area that offers incredible views and great bar service. Deck 16 forward is more yacht club, so deck 16 aft is the Galaxy Disco restaurant. We did find this space to be a little weird since during the day, one side is a specialty dining restaurant, but at night, this whole area turns into the nightclub. We did eat at the Galaxy restaurant and the food was about a 7 out of 10. We started off with miso soup and then went on to split 5 sushi rolls between 3 people. And of course, to go along with our meal, we had to do a sake bomb. Flipping back to this area at night, the nightclub was so fun but so packed. MSC always knows how to bring the party and keep it going all day and into the night. Deck 16 aft, you have Sky and Stars, which is a library and conference center. Starboard side, you have Virtual World, which is the second of the 2 arcades on board, with the other being on deck 6. Just after those, you have more yacht club only access and the sports arena. Deck 18 is also Yacht Club only access, and if you'd like to see that, click the video linked at the end. Overall, MSC Divina was not our favorite MSC cruise, but we would give it another chance. This ship has so much to offer, but being that they just did a transatlantic crossing, we figured they were getting back into the mojo of fast-paced Caribbean cruising. Would you sail on MSC Divina, or have you already? Let us know down in the comments. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click that notification bell. Also check out the description where we've linked our travel must-haves.